Welcome to our final Examples of Excellence for the 2019-20 school year. We love our Examples of Excellence program, and I want to explain a little bit about it for those of you who might be the first time experiencing this. What we do is we ask our teachers to give us students' names who they think is an example of excellence. And that's the only criteria we give them. There's not a GPA requirement, a discipline-free record, just who do they think is an example of excellence. So we then get those students in and we ask them in turn, okay, give us a teacher who you think is an example of excellence. And that's how we all ended up here today, is somebody thought they were an example of excellence. So what we're going to do is we're going to see the touchy-feely stuff we love in education and how those relationships are built. So we ask students to give us comments on teachers, we ask teachers to give comments on the students, and you really see what we love in education, that relationship building between the teachers and the students. So thank you, we hope you enjoy this program, and everyone have a great summer.
Our first example of excellence from the senior class is Rachel Adair. She was nominated by Denise Adair and she chose Denise Adair. Miss Adair says, Rachel is my daughter, but she is also an amazing young lady who I am very proud of as a coach. I've had the privilege of coaching Rachel on the Best Robotics team for 9 years and C Perch Robotics team for 6 years. She is also a founding member of the Gym's After School Club. Rachel is captain of the Best Marketing team. She is also captain of the swim and golf team. Rachel Adair is truly a Starkville High School example of excellence. Our next example of excellence is Anshu Bahara. Anshu was nominated by Dane Piegler and chose Vijay Pacharni. Mr. Pacharni says Anshu is a smart and hardworking student. He is sincere and self-motivated. He is very respectful towards everyone. He has earned a good reputation at Starkville High School in a small amount of time, which is incredible. He always does his best to be excellent. I wish him all the successes in the future. Our next example of excellence is Molly Grace Brown. She was nominated by Ginger Tedder and chose Dorothy Robertson. Ms. Robertson says, being the senior counselor, there are days that I just don't think I can do another thing. Then Molly walks in the office with that big smile on her face. Molly Grace Brown is my cheerleader. She gets so excited about little things, and that puts a little more pep in my step. She is the type of student that makes you feel like you have done your job as a counselor and you have done it well. She is smart, outgoing, dedicated, beautiful, and let's not forget enthusiastic. She has been a joy to watch grow and mature into the young woman she has become. I will miss her greatly. Our next example of excellence is Jaquavius Fair. Jaquavius was nominated by Linda Jack and he chose Linda Jack. Ms. Jack says Jaquavius is an intelligent, inquisitive, self-motivated student who seeks active opportunities to work and learn. He is friendly, polite, and outgoing with an entrepreneurial spirit. He has been working at Oktibbeha County Co-op for several months, and every time I am there, his employers brag about him. I relied on him in the shop to complete projects, and he even supervised Miss Gandy when she came to A&R to learn to weld. Our next example of excellence is Tyler Gringas. He was nominated by Sarah Langford, and he chose Sarah Langford. Miss Langford says of Tyler is one of the best student workers I've ever had. He and I have a solid student-teacher relationship from him being a former biology student of mine. And because of this, he knows what expectations I demand in the classroom, and he won't hesitate to let underclassmen know it on the sly, much to their benefit and appreciation. Our next example of excellence is Trey Jackson. Trey was nominated by Xavier Perkins and he chose Doug Houston. Mr. Houston says, I remember him being one of my top students, always prepared and always displaying academic integrity. However, academic success is not what I remember most. As I've told my students through the years, if you are not able to show respect to others, you will find doors for your future closed all around you. If, however, you treat others with respect and dignity, that character quality will open doors ahead of you for the rest of your life. What has most impressed me about Trey is that he treats everyone he meets with respect. Our next example of excellence is Mary Jones. She was nominated by Sue Ann Morgan and she chose Kathy Dawkins. Ms. Dawkins says, Mary has been a very active student in my business fundamentals and marketing class at Millsaps as well as our DECA chapter for the last 3 years. She is a very passionate and brilliant young lady who has a great personality. She is very mature for her age and pushes herself daily to be a better person and student. She single-handedly started our first ever Starkville High School Fashion Club this year. Mary also works part-time and is very active in the community while still maintaining a 3.5 GPA. Our next example of excellence is Maisie Maldy. She was nominated by Amy Pate and she chose Nikki Buss. Ms. Buss says, I am so honored that Macy selected me as an example of excellence. I've loved getting to know her this year in dual enrollment English. She is a hard worker, and I've really enjoyed watching her grow into a more confident writer this year. I also must point out that Macy is truly one of the funniest people I have ever met. I love her sense of humor and her outlook on life. I'm so excited that she has chosen to become an elementary teacher. I am very proud of all of her accomplishments and wish her all the best. Our next example of excellence is Taylor Rupp. Taylor was nominated by Nikki Buss, and she chose Nikki Buss. Ms. Buss says, Taylor has a true Yellow Jacket spirit. She loves the school, and it shows in everything she does. In addition to her school spirit, Taylor is also a wonderful student. While having her in dual enrollment English Comp 1 and 2, I've witnessed her grow into a strong and confident writer. She is a joy to have in class. Taylor is loved and admired by teachers, administrators, and students at SHS. She is a true example of excellence. Our next example of excellence is Gregory Stevens Jr. He was nominated by Heather Fair, and he chose Heather Fair. Ms. Fair says, Gregory does a fantastic job of staying on task in class, turning his work in on time, being respectful of both his classmates, teachers, and community partners. Gregory is compassionate and kind. He has been there for his classmates who need a friend and is dependent and reliable. His classwork is always of the highest quality and far exceeds my expectations. Gregory is a great example of excellence at Starkville High School, and I am glad to have crossed his path. Our next example of excellence is Trinity Tubbs. She was nominated by Tammy Tubbs, and she chose Cynthia Thomas. Ms. Thomas says, Trinity came into my life for only a semester. However, I'm humbled by her thoughtful nomination. Trinity, you are destined for greatness. Not only are you intelligent, you are beautiful inside and out. You will be successful in any endeavor you choose. It is your time to shine. P.S. Thank you, Ms. Tubbs, for entrusting me with your greatest treasure. Sincerely, Ms. Thomas. Our final example of excellence from the senior class is Kim Weaver. She was nominated by Amelia Player, and she chose Heather Fair. Ms. Fair says, Kimberly always comes to class with a positive attitude and gives 100% in all that she does. Her energy is infectious and positively impacts other students around her. She goes out of her way to provide assistance to me and will help out other students. Kimberly frequently takes the time to tidy up my classroom after class is over without even being asked. She is a wonderful student and absolutely deserves the SHS Examples of Excellence Award. Congratulations, seniors. We are proud of you and your accomplishments. Thank you for your dedication to excellence. To our families, thank you for sharing your jackets with us. Wishing everyone a safe summer break.